Dun 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 dun.
You know, one thing that I still can't get over is, I'm saying the one thing that I can't still get over is, remember when Nicholas, when we told him to count us in, and the guy goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
To infinity and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one hard man to catch.
Oh, you didn't greet me. You did not greet me. Just straight into it.
Hi, Elson.
Hello.
Our guest today is one hard man to catch. His name is Elson.
What? You say what?
You well?
Proper man, drinking milk, getting tall.
All right, time to our guest. I think, first of all, King Illest, you have to excuse us just for 1 second. We're reducing our arrogance, not ignorance, sorry, arrogance. We've been going for quite a number of episodes without introducing ourselves.
Right.
I think based off the assumption with our big heads that everybody knows us right now. But
That's your assumption. That's your assumption.
Yeah.
I forget to introduce myself because I'm old.
Wow.
I don't know about your arrogance. So where's my camera? Go up that one. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How else do people identify with themselves these days? Because some people identify as helicopters. You know this?
It happens.
Yeah. So however you identify yourself, my name is Uncle Elson. I am one half of this beautiful creation called TZP Podcast.
My name is Kalenga, also known as K+.
It's K+, baby.
I started this episode by saying our guest today is one hard man to catch because...
You've been trying to catch him?
Oh, not necessarily.
Just slippery.
Every time you check his socials, he's in a different country. Mostly South Africa.
I'd like to see what this guy's passport looks like.
What does your passport look like right now?
Started up like a Mexican. Nah, I'm just kidding.
I bet you know all the immigration shifts at the airport. You'll be like, nigga, I just supposed to be working mornings. What are you doing right now?
Nah. You know, sometimes it's not all the time I post I'm literally in that country or anything. You know, we get a lot of content just to keep the pages busy as well. Right. So it's not all the time that you post, you're literally there.
So sometimes you post when you're sitting in your house in Lusaka?
Sometimes.
You post about being in Santon.
Yeah, see? Confuses you guys.
I hear. You know, one thing my dad always told me is never, when you travel, never post in real time.
Yeah,
you know why that is, right?
Of course.
Because I live alone. So the minute that you go to South Africa or wherever and you post and you're there, niggas are gonna know you're not not in your house.
Of course. Same thing here. I don't do that.
I mean, with a jacket like that, people will probably be lining you up.
I mean, with a style like yours.
I don't know what style you're talking about.
I can see you got style, got your nice trainers, got you got style. Uncle Elsa? Yeah, Uncle Elsa.
Speaking of the airport, are we still using tractors to deliver luggage at the airport? You know, we've been using a tractor, right?
Okay.
To move your bags from the aircraft to the building. I don't know why you're smiling like that.
Those,
I promise you,
flat trucks.
No.
Yes, last time I was
a tractor, the one that what's Maria Zalumi? Yes, that one.
King Illest, welcome to that podcast.
Thank you so much, man. I think your podcast is dope, and I like how you keep it raw and uncut. With that.
Nice one.
Thank you, my man.
Thank you so much. Brought to you by Brothers, of course.
Raw and uncut is how Kalenga likes it.
Big Tree Beverages are the people bringing this podcast to you with their product, amazing. Have you tried out mocktails?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you should, man. So these are mocktails, of course, non-alcoholic. That's what a mocktail is. For those, it's actually written on the can. And a lot of times you go to a club or a place like this and you ask the bartender to mix up a mocktail.
20 minutes, nigga, still mixing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait anymore because
now
Big Tree has
it's
put
in a can.
It's once off.
You know what I mean?
Amazing stuff. And properly balanced. It's not too sweet. Everything is just to perfection. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool. Nice.
Dude, right off the bat.
Did you introduce his name?
I did. Oi.
Did you say his name?
Yeah, I said King Illest.
Oh, okay.
Stop sleeping on YouTube, bro.
I'm tired.
You don't even have a crush on him.
Nalema.
What? Is that what you guys do out here?
But that's why I'm not paying attention.
What?
I was paying attention to Towela. Every word, every syllable that got. How hot is Towela?
How what?
Hot.
I think she's a good-looking person. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she is. She's beautiful.
Every word she said, I paid attention to it.
Wow. Okay, that's nice.
Oh yeah.
That was last week's episode, King Illest.
Okay.
I don't know why you're apologizing.
Because I think we're digressing a little bit. But anyway, it's fine. The bling. Seeing as we started this episode talking about your jacket, how much you bling, man. You're quite.
I literally didn't want to wear the chains, because I know it was going to be like one of those things.
Of course,
Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
You have stated numerous times that I don't know if you've said that you're the only rapper in Zambia that wears original.
That I know.
That you know.
Yeah.
What do those cost?
Nah.
Careful.
Yeah, you know what I mean, yeah?
This guy's lining you up.
Yeah, I know. I see it. Nah, it's a good amount. It's just something decent. Yeah. It's a
Is your
decent
music?
amount.
Is your money coming from music?
Does your money come from podcasting?
No, doesn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine comes from music. Do I look like I have money?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
If you're the only rapper wearing original chains in
No, I feel like it's just different priorities. Others buy cars. I choose to buy jewelry.
Also, why?
I don't know. I think it's just my thing. I like flashy things, nice things. You know, I'm a rapper, and you know.
Do you care if people know if it's real or fake, or is it for you?
I think it's more for me. It's more for me. Makes me comfortable, you know. So yeah, and also I feel like it sets me apart from like the rest, you know. I believe I'm like sort of a trendsetter, you know. When I came in the game, I used to wear these big chinchilla jackets. Everybody started doing that. I started wearing the bulletproofs. Everybody started doing that. Started started braiding my hair. Everybody's doing that. So let's see if they catch up with the
But
trends.
don't you
Let's
think
go.
that with the whole bulletproof thing was basically culture appropriation, because we don't really have that culture of gun violence in Zambia. So you yeah.
It was just about style, you know. It was never about like safety or anything. It was just like a phase, style, you know, bulletproof.
You're making your money from music, bro. Your chains look really expensive. Like, are you really just making the money off music?
Of course, it's off music.
Cap.
Yeah, I mean, you could call it cap, but it's definitely off music.
How? Like streams, performances?
Endorsements, stuff like that.
So on average,
And also run a few businesses here and there, help run.
Now we're talking.
I help
See,
run
this
the
guy
family
he doesn't want
businesses.
ZRA on his back.
because you know when we spoke earlier, no, not earlier today, yesterday. Because we remember we planned on doing this yesterday, but he couldn't join us yesterday because he was coming from one of his businesses that he told me.
I was coming from Choma. Choma is home. I live in Choma.
You live in Choma.
Yeah. I'm
You
just
know-
in and out of Lusaka. I'm always here every weekend for gigs, appearances. Back to Choma.
Well, so Choma's like home.
Yeah, born and bred, south
I run a
side.
business in Choma as well. Interesting.
Farming.
You do farming in Choma.
Yeah, my mom's a farmer, so I help with that as well.
What do you guys farming?
Everything, livestock.
Do you remember once at a Patreon? Let me tell you one interesting thing. So we've got a WhatsApp group where we put like fans of the podcast.
Oh, nice.
So I'm driving from Livingston this one time, and this guy says, "I'm gonna give you guys a goat." So I say, "Cool."
A god, like an actual
Like a
god.
goat. So then I text in the group, and I'm like,
Greatest of all time.
and then I say to this guy, no, I didn't say this. I said in the group. There's a nigga who promised Kaleng and I a goat. Well, we're gonna call you bluff because I happen to be passing through Choma shortly. Doesn't this nigga throw a location? He says when you get to this spot, stop. So the spot where he had asked me to stop looked very dodgy, like right in the middle of the highway. There's nothing going on there. I'm like, nope, I'm getting lined up. I'm about to get robbed.
How far away from the actual town?
About 10 Ks. from the actual town.
To Lusaka or like?
No, to Lusaka
Okay.
from Livingston.
That should be Harmony. There's a lot of farms there, so.
And I didn't know this because I'm looking around and
After
I
the
can't
toll
see.
gate, before the toll gate?
I forget.
Okay, but yeah.
I would lie. So then I text and I'm like, I'm not stopping here. Meet me
Was
in
it at
town.
night?
Now it was like sunset.
Yeah, but it's a bit of a cloud, you have to understand. Yeah.
So
Yeah, because I mean, he's talking about posting in real life. You got ops or something?
you say what now?
Do you have ops? Do you have like?
No, so let me give you a backstory. So I have lived in about 10 years I've lived in 6 countries.
Okay.
Right? And one thing that I've
Just
quickly
that says it all.
I've come to quickly realize that you have to be extremely alert
Of course.
of your environment, right? So don't say because you're in Zambia and people here are friendly, move to Berlin with the exact same approach as you have in
course.
Zambia.
Of course.
You will go home with no shoes.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So just always be
Be alert,
skeptical
yeah,
if I
true.
can. So anyway, so I tell this guy, meet me in town. This nigga rocks up with a Hilux.
Oh, nice.
He opens the back of his car and there's a live goat in there.
How you expected it chopped up or
That's
something?
exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's how it is. Like, I won't even lie to you. Like, that's like the culture we have back in the southern province. We like, when you visit any village, you come back with stuff. Like, you know, chickens and everything will be live, you know. So that's how it is. Rich in culture, rich in, you know, we
But
give
you
a
see,
lot.
in the WhatsApp group, he said, I've got goat for you. So my assumption was, it's probably, you know,
Nah, but
Skinned
I mean,
and-
you didn't tell him prior that you'll be passing by. You just said, "Yo, I'm here."
Wait, of course, to his
Yeah,
credit,
so-
to
and
his
then
credit.
in the WhatsApp group, he says, I prepared goat for these guys, and he also shows up with, how did he describe it? An executive car.
Yeah, I had a BMW,
Oh, okay.
and I'm sitting there.
Was
And I'm
the
like,
engine check light on? Because BMWs and engine check lights. Yo,
bruh, he will tell you,
Bro.
the BMW that let me tell you,
it had
it was what?
like engine check light.
Whose?
That BMW.
Mine.
Yeah.
It never had an engine check light.
Oh, okay. At the time.
Never.
Oh, nice.
But why did you sell it?
No, I didn't sell it. I still have it.
Oh, okay.
But why don't you drive it now?
How many
Because
cars
it's
do you
getting-
own?
3.
Oh, nice. A BMW.
So let me
Why-
tell
why
you.
is
So,
not driving it right now?
oh yeah, because engine just got messed up.
That's his point.
So
Yeah.
let me tell you, this
BMWs.
BMW that I have right now is the last BMW that I own.
What BM is it?
F30.
Oh, okay.
It's the last one that I'll own. It's
They say,
beautiful. It's fast.
To solve a BMW problem is to buy a Benz.
That's
they
what
say.
I have now.
Yeah. So
It's yeah, man.
Welcome to the club, bro.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
I read a lot of BMW memes.
You've got a 650.
640,
Is it a 640?
645. Yeah.
Is it the LI?
It's a CI. Yeah.
It's the CI.
The convertible.
A beautiful car, that.
Too much problems.
He has problems.
BMWs always give you
BMWs
problems.
almost
Once the
always.
mileage just goes above,
100,000 maybe.
yeah, 100,000 is like too much for a BM.
How long have you had this vehicle?
For a while now. For
Okay.
a while. I don't drive it a lot, so.
Okay.
I know there's so much to talk about. In the back.
Before you do that, hey, so thank you so much to Cremosa. This is where we're shooting this lively podcast. I personally come here quite a lot. I enjoy their shisha. I enjoy their milkshakes. They've got amazing cakes.
Okay.
You ordered a shawarma.
I had a very amazing show.
Oh, you ate it already?
But yeah, I've eaten it already. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Would
and
you
I
like
had
anything?
nothing. Thank you so much, Z Podcast.
No,
you are
he
so
asked-
welcome.
He asked.
Did he?
Like anything.
Would you like anything?
No, I'm good for now.
Okay, cool.
Good, thanks.
So, yeah, as you were.
Crap, what was the question I was asking? Okay, before I
You're
come
talking
back,
about goats.
we'll talk about goats. I want to talk more about the bling that you're always rocking. Man.
Yeah.
Like recently, you posted yourself buying a Rolex.
No, where?
Weren't you in a Rolex shop recently?
I mean, I was just watching, getting
You're not
to see.
buying?
No, I was not.
Stop lining
When did
this
you
man
see
up.
that?
On your Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Stop lining
In a
this man up.
very, you know, one of those shops, the watch shop.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? So what shop? What? A watch shop. That just looks like
Expensive.
No,
Whatever
sometimes you
watch you're
just
getting
go.
in there.
Sometimes you just go and, just admire, Just see. Get yourself motivated to work hard and just, I'd love a Rolex though. I don't wear any watches because just has to be genuine. I like his style. He's wearing the. That would be my type of watch if I had to have a watch on. Yeah.
Also for you, it's the best or nothing.
Sometimes.
Like Mercedes.
Yeah. I don't have a Mercedes, but yeah.
I'm just saying the slogan, the best.
Oh yeah. I get it. Yeah. Exactly.
I really want to talk about the bling, but
You know, okay, we digress. I was going to tell you the history of Mercedes and why they called it that. But anyway, go ahead.
Educate us. I want to know. I don't know much about Mercedes.
Rolex.
They started with racing with it's just purely racing. So the engineer who decided to create a car specifically for racing for this car company, they created one. And when they were coming up with a name, the daughter of the owner of the motoring company was called Mercedes. So he then got the name from the daughter of the owner of that's how they came up with the name.
I think I saw a reel like that on Instagram as well.
Have you seen the one about Rolex though? People like to watch it.
Yeah, I've seen the cheapest should be called a what? King something.
The cheapest Rolex?
Yeah, I think so.
No, I was talking about the name. Like Mercedes came up that way. Have you heard about the one about the Rolex?
No.
Oh, you got a story about that?
A short story. This guy, he was a watchmaker. He used to work for a watchmaker. Right. So when he starts his own company, he was looking for a name that nobody else has ever used before. So he goes to the alphabet and just starts putting letters
Together.
just throwing them around.
Oh,
No, are you serious?
Exactly. His name was Wilsdorf, German guy. German guy moved to Switzerland, started making watches, and he wanted a name that nobody else has ever used before, and you won't find in a dictionary. So he starts playing around with words. He says he did that for a week, he couldn't come up with a name.
Really?
And then one day he's on the road, he says a genie spoke to him and just said, call it Rolex. Just like that.
Wow.
Anyway, King Illest.
Yeah, people come up with
You
invent.
used to rap in English, then you switched to Tonga.
Yeah.
What's that moment that made you switch to
I think it's
your
just-
native tongue?
I think it's just like, originality and just like trying to define who you are as an artist. Everybody, I was trying to rap and make music at the time when everybody was representing where they come from.
You were doing it in English.
Yeah, myself, no, I'm talking about the whole industry at large. Yeah, the Lusaka guys, they had crews, Copper Belt guys, so I couldn't fit in anywhere, So I think it was at that point I had to really switched and just thought of saying, you know what, I don't come from any of these places, and if I have to rap, I'm telling my story. So I have to tell a story of where I come from, and that's the Southern Province, that's Choma. I have to rap about what we love to drink, which is Chiwantu. I have to rap about what we like to eat. Yeah, I just had to make it look dope, and just like, it was interesting to make music again, because rapping in English just made me look like a wannabe or just like anybody else. Nothing defined me, you know what I mean? So at that moment when I decided to say, you know what, I'm just going to stick to rapping in Tonga. And it was, I think, how everybody just approved that we're in a studio and, I just couldn't come up with like a dope verse. So whilst the mic was on, I started mumbling Tonga, and the producer River was like, "What? Bring that stuff back again." And I said it, and he said, I put that, and matter of fact, I'm going to make that the chorus. And we dropped that song, and it was crazy. So since then, I was like, okay, let me represent where I come from. Let me, use my native language. So
There's people that, I get their approach. There's people that feel like they will not be able to cross over. And that they'll forever be bound to people that speak and understand Tonga.
there's people. Can you say that again? Sorry, I beg your pardon.
I'm saying there's artists that feel if they rap in their native language, they are alienating and they can't cross over into different markets and different countries, and they are only going to be bound to those people that understand what they're saying.
Yeah, I understand that, but music is like a global language, you don't have to really understand. It's like that Despacito song.
Right.
You don't really have to understand the lyrics or get it, but it's rhythm, and rap is rhythm and poetry. So how I express myself in my music, how how I project my voice, you can relate to it. It's energy, you know. So I understand what you mean, but a lot of people have crossed boundaries. Sakodie, there's so many of them, you know. So music for me is like, it's like if it's dope, it's gonna be dope.
Right.
Yeah.
You mentioned Sokoji because you look alike.
Do I look alike with him? No, I just mentioned him because we kind of couldn't understand his raps, but his energy, when you watch his music videos, you can feel that's raw, that's hip hop, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
I get.
Example, man. Like, because when you listen to like songs that have broken into this country by Sokoji as well, Adonai.
Yeah,
You probably have one sentence in English on
Of
the whole
course.
song, but you vibe to that song.
Exactly. So,
I get Casper vibes from this dude.
from me,
Yeah.
what? Do I look like him? Do I sound like
I
him?
don't know. I don't know if it's the beard. I don't know if it's the demeanor and how calm you are. I don't know if it's the glasses. I can't place it.
I don't know. He said Sakodi, you saying Casper, so I don't know what to believe now.
DJ Switcher.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
That's my mini-me. Shout out to Switch, that's my homie. Yeah.
So, hey, dude, listen. One thing that I've also come to realize when it comes to hip hop, and it's funny because
Dog, there's a fly that keeps flying around.
I've
here.
noticed that,
What's-
and it keeps going to you.
But I smell good.
I don't know if it's a trauma thing.
Really?
The goats.
No, I smell
Goats.
good. The goats. I like that. Yeah.
One thing that I've come to sort of appreciate is with rappers and musicians, you're always going to think of yourself as the best in the game.
Of course.
Apart from you, is there anybody else
That's
who's
better than me.
Yeah, that you think?
You know, Illest, the word Illest means no one better than. So I don't.
Close second?
Close to second, I don't know.
A close second. Who do you think comes in number 2 for me?
From me, I wouldn't name drop because I had to listen to a lot of artists, you know, like especially local artists, because I don't want to get influenced by, you know, if that makes sense. I don't really listen to local rappers because I don't want to get influenced by either their sound, their flow, or anything like that. I stick to like myself, my vibe, my energy, how I feel, and where else I tap in energy and motivation to create. So yeah.
I mentioned this on a few podcasts ago, where I said I don't. No, it wasn't on this podcast. I think there's another one. I was in.
How many podcasts you have?
There's one I was, I think.
A guest on?
Yeah, there's one. And I was asked to say what podcast you listen to. I said I don't listen to any. Even when I was on radio, I wouldn't listen to any radio,
Yeah.
shows, especially locally, because true, you may start sounding like.
Yeah.
You
But
don't
then
listen to
again,
any
Who do you
podcasts?
listen to?
I listen to a lot of old school hip hop.
Old school hip hop?
Yeah, I
Don't
listen
think
to a
that's
lot
gonna
of Park.
influence you still. Anyway.
It does influence me, but this is like obviously the people that motivated me to rap, so I still stick by that.
So who do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of Tupac, Snoop, Ice Cube. Yeah. So yeah, most of that old school. I'm an old soul, man.
Have you ever caught yourself sounding like any one of these in your rap?
Yeah, I have.
And that's okay?
I think music is like, I don't know, music is trendy. Sometimes you need to, I think like everybody else that started making music wanted to sound like somebody or try to imitate, you know what I mean? And also with times, like the rap game changes with flows, style. So definitely I've been influenced by even people like, okay, let me try and switch this flow to sound like this. Yes, I have.
How long have you been rapping for now?
I've been rapping a long time, but like when I made my first record, that was like in 2017, about that time. And that was about the same time that song broke out. Before, then it was just more of like a hobby because I was still in school and stuff like that. But then I decided to just say, okay, cool, let me try and take this serious because I really love this. I find myself rapping when I'm taking a shower, when I'm doing anything, and when I'm in the studio, I find peace. So that's like my thing now. So
Would you, and this question is leading to another one,
okay.
would you regard yourself Zambia's biggest artist or Zambia's biggest rapper?
Yes, you would.
Would I? Yes, I would. And that's in my own opinion because of even like the strides I've done, like name a Zambian rapper that has had like a big international endorsement. I've done Valentine's, I've done Johnny Walker. I haven't really done local brands though. But yeah, I mean, if I'm going to ask you, do you feel like you're the best guy on radio? Would you say you're not?
Oh, he's not on radio?
No, if you had to be on radio like at the time. Exactly.
What made you the
point.
best?
It was organized on radio, bro.
What?
No research, no spoken. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, I asked
dope.
that because, dude,
Well spoken. What does that mean?
Sound mind?
I would flow.
What does that mean? You'd
I
flow.
would say, well, on radio.
So
What does no spoken mean?
no, hold. I wanna hear it in your
Wait,
words.
did any of you guys ever try to be an artist?
No.
Like singing.
Anything, just be an artist, like music-wise.
What?
He has a demeanor of a rapper.
Rapper, right?
And
This is the
fuck
first
it up.
time I've
I like
heard of
that.
this.
That's dope.
First time that I've ever heard of this.
You haven't.
I would be the
But you
weirdest
listen to rap music.
All the time.
all the time.
Okay. What's on your playlist now?
So
Your whole fun.
dominant is
They're
yeah,
not like us. I hate you.
Every day.
Mom-
yeah, so dominant is Jay-Z.
Yo, that song got Rick Ross whipped.
Which
yes.
one? Oh, I saw that. Did you see that?
No.
But
So
I think
Rick
that's
Ross-
gonna be a problem now
Listen,
because
in his camp, there must have been people that must have told Rick Ross, this is not the place to play that song. So
I
Rick
feel
Ross
like it got set up.
So Ricky Ross goes to Canada and he plays They're Not Like Us.
In Drake's home ground.
He got a new asshole torn in his back. Please censor that word. He got whooped.
Yeah.
I saw this. So yeah, a lot of Jay-Z, a lot of Kendrick, De La Soul.
Okay.
I'm an old soul as well.
that's
So
dope.
old school stuff. Lauryn Hill, Tribe Called Quest, from SA, Pro Kid,
Stogie.
Squatter Camp.
I heard Stogie say he's better than Kendrick.
Shut up. Yeah, like the old school South African hip hop for me. So your Pro Kid, Squatter Camp, Proverb. Ish.
What's the other one?
I'm actually exposing how old I am.
No AKA on that list?
No, AKA is like the top 3 songs that I have.
Right.
And it's funny, I actually began appreciating AKA after he died.
After he died.
Yeah.
Always happens like that with artists.
Right? Yeah, it's funny. No one has ever likened me to an artist before.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kalenga, as you were?
I was asking that because have you ever been to his Instagram account?
No, I'm about to.
Please do.
Really?
Because what you're gonna see here is like, okay, how does this man, when he gets into a club in South Africa, Santon, I think the last club you were in was in Santon, the reception that you get, we don't even see that with any big artist in this country. When you get to a club, like they bring bottles, the DJ announces you, and you know in the club, the high class pub, like the last one you posted, when the DJ announces you, it means the owner of the club has actually told him to make an announcement.
Yeah, I was with the owner of the
Get
club.
that treatment. How have you marketed yourself in SA?
I think I'm big on networking, yeah. Sometimes it looks like I'm just going to, play around, take pictures and stuff like that, but I'm actually going to these places to meet these people. I'm actually going to network and get to know people, put my face in their, in their faces. So, yeah, I host at Booth. The owner of Booth is now, I wouldn't say close friend, but it's one of those people that recognizes me when I'm around, And I've been going to SA for a very long time now, So I'm big on networking and just getting my name bigger that side. And it's just not like the club side. It's also I do interviews at Trace, I do interviews at MTV, and just like I said, I'm big on networking. So yeah, it's crazy.
Let's say I am a rapper from Southern Province who wants to be like King Illest. What would be the formula for success that you would advise me?
A beard.
I think is I like that. I think it will be believe in yourself and don't try to be like anybody. Just stick to your vibe. Because when I came up and said I'm the king of the South, everybody wanted to be a king, Everybody wanted to say, no, I'm the king, I'm this, I'm that. No, like you
Is that
could
where
be.
Slap D got it?
Slap D's go what?
Is that where he got it? Because he calls himself the king.
No, I'm talking about the South. I don't know about.
I was just instigating, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, I was talking about that. So I think a lot of them got influenced through that. So I think you just have to stick to your lane, understand your strength, and just like do your thing, bro. This
The fly is
won't
back
leave.
again. I don't know why it just keeps coming to you. It doesn't come to Kalenga or myself.
It's the cows from Southern Province. Like
Are you saying he smells like dung?
No.
Nah, I'm the shit. I just don't smell like it.
Also, it's the urine.
The shit and the urine. Yeah. So yeah, I think like it will be more of just like
It's too late. It's flying. I think it's been sent. Somebody's on this.
yeah, I think so. Yeah. So just believe in yourself, do your thing, and tell your own story. I was telling my own story, throughout, and I always tell my own story. You never see me try to tell somebody else's story. It's all about me. And I talk about myself so much. It's so easy for other people to want to be like me, want to sound like me, or even want to talk smack about me.
You even want to talk smack about the king.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, because look, the crown is heavy, all right? And so if you are at the top, obviously people need to take you. Look at the Roman gods and how many of those were killed. So if you're at the top, everybody's aiming for you.
Of course, yeah, of course. You just can't call yourself king and be comfortable.
No?
Yeah, so.
I mean, have you watched Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
I've never watched Game of Thrones, eh?
Me neither.
Really?
I know the premise of it.
Yeah. Can you tell us?
No, just what we're talking about now, that you can't be
And
at the top
can I
and
tell
be
you something
comfortable.
about the throne of Game of Thrones? You know it had swords, right?
Yeah.
Swords. I don't know. English
Sword.
is not my first thing.
It's okay.
Yeah. It had those things like the crown. So every sword on that thing, I've never watched Game of Thrones. I just like read this somewhere. Every sword on that thing came from every king he conquered.
Wow.
And when you sit on that like throne, if you can't relax your back on that throne because you get like pierced. Yeah. And the essence of that is that no king should be comfortable on any throne.
I like that metaphor.
So yeah.
Huh? It's what?
I had
Alright.
one made as well, like a whole throne and whatnot. I used to take it around when I'm performing, doing shows.
Do you still rap now?
Do I still what?
Rap. Now.
Rap.
Yeah.
Make music? Like
Yeah.
rap, make music?
Yeah. Or is it something that you're slowly
No, I still do. Why?
moving away from?
I dropped music literally 3 weeks ago. I still do.
Okay. Look, I need to consume a bit more of your music.
Of course. You should.
I've been very selective about who I listen to. Most of what I've
And what's
listened
your
to.
criteria of music? Is it like...
So just basic hip hop, right? So if it speaks to me, is what I gravitate towards.
Dope.
And I'll tell you this, I'll be honest. For the longest time, it had been Bobby East.
Okay.
He introduced me to Tim, and I listened to Tim's new album. So I definitely is when I'm gonna check out some of your stuff
No doubt.
from here.
Let's do it.
Apple Music,
Everywhere.
cool.
You want to listen to my music right now?
No, I just want to add it to my playlist.
Oh, okay. Cool. Dope.
Dude, you know how you can get a sense of a person's life story by going to their socials? Like, for many people anyway. Your socials are very about, let me call it lifestyle branding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You are at events, and mostly it's you at events.
Okay.
It's like a deliberate thing. You don't want people to know about your personal life.
I think like for an artist, people are only interested into the music and the business of like me being an artist. I don't think they would be interested to see me do my farming or my family.
I think they would.
You think so?
Absolutely.
I don't know, but I just feel like when you let people too much inside your real life, it becomes a danger somehow because it's very easy for them to go at like the most vulnerable side of you, which is like your family. You know what I mean?
I understand where you're
Because
coming from.
sometimes
You can limit what you post. You can do your farming.
I have
agree.
limited. I don't have any wife. I don't have any kids.
You don't
But
have
yeah.
any kids?
No.
I'd be happy to hear this.
You don't
I
have
don't.
any children?
No, I
How old
don't.
are you, bro?
I turned 30 in December.
30.
Yeah,
Wow.
1st December.
You're using a lot of condoms, huh?
A lot of abstinence.
Nah, there's no way you're abstaining.
Yeah,
Are you really?
Yeah.
Also, just because you don't doesn't
Should I say I fuck around?
Listen, because the industry that you're in, man.
Oh, sorry for cursing, by the way.
No, it's all right.
Yeah.
No, not really, it's not. But the industry that you're in, you literally have these chicks throwing vajayjay at you.
Yeah.
You literally have to duck and dive.
Trust me, ask anybody that is like famous or anything. They don't really consume what's thrown at them.
That is true.
They want a girl that doesn't really, is not even interested in your lifestyle or your music or, you know what I mean?
That's how I got married.
You see?
I met someone who didn't know me.
And she didn't care.
The thrill is in the chase and not the kill.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah,
So you've never been with anybody who's thrown themselves at you?
myself,
Yes, you.
well, I have been with somebody, obviously, that seemed
Like
to
a
like
fan?
me. No, I don't do fans. Because once you do a fan, you lose a fan.
Yeah,
And that's too much of a big risk to take.
Are you listening to this, Kalenga? Okay.
I asked that about your sharing of bits of your personal life because I mean, there's a kid watching King Illest on the socials, and
Yeah.
what you're showing us is the bling, the music videos, and I mean, there's a kid in trauma right now thinking, if I just get into music, I'm gonna start living that life. Little does that kid know how much more work you're putting
In the
at
back.
the farm, in your other businesses. The other day when we spoke, you're coming from some other business. I think it'd be nice if that kid in trauma to also see that there's.
That side.
Because I think you deceive a kid into thinking just with the raps, you can start wearing the bling like you.
But it's just with the raps.
No,
You can say
it is
other
not,
businesses as well.
nigga.
Yeah, I am, but like the raps is more of like what gets me to the events, to, you know, dressing like that. So yeah.
Dude, is
But
there...
with the raps on, just the raps on their own, do you think you live the life you live in this country?
Yes.
In this country?
Yes.
Bruh,
You know, there's
come
some
on.
people who know how to live with or without money.
Like who?
Maybe myself. There are people who you would have more money than him, but he just knows how to live a good life. You would have 100 kwacha, he would have like an 80 kwacha. He will know what's the best place and how to ration that money. You have 100 kwacha and go to the gutter and have a drink. He'll come to like the most fanciest place and just have like water and a Fanta.
And that would be.
No, and you just choose to have like a quality life with the little that you have.
So, dude, is it about perception? Is it about what you want people to see? Or
No.
is this who you really are?
You see, and this is where I've always told people, even on interviews, they say you have nice branding. I'm like, no, nigga, I'm living my life. This is me. Yeah, this is me. So, yeah,
So what validation do the chains give you then?
there's no validation it gives me. It's like wearing like, it's just like accessory for me. You know what I mean? And also, I saw somewhere where they say, why do you drive a BMW? Uncle Elson, I ask you this. Why do you drive a BMW? Why do you drive a Benz?
Because they're reliable. Until I owned a BMW and I realized that actually it's not reliable.
Okay, but why do you drive a Benz? That's more of class, isn't it? Can I pick this? Sorry.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Put it on speaker too.
Munyama, a speaker?
Are you going to use Tonga?
Munyama, ola speaker our podcast. What do you call it? Okay, bola cremosa olanja.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, that is a cremosa.
Aju
I heard that too.
That language we know today.
That's
I
my
heard that
cousin
too.
Lucky.
Oh, it's coming over.
Yeah, hip hop head.
There's a,
There was something you were saying. Oh, the Benz. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see the.
Okay, so look, if I'm here, I pull up in a BMW. I can't be with a BMW inside, but my chains will show you who the fuck I am.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Exactly my
But is
point.
it about you or is it about perception about how
me.
people?
It's about me. It's about these things don't give me confidence, but they just make me feel better.
You know one thing that I sort of, no, I don't. You know, one thing that I sort of have a problem with is when I can see your wealth on you. You know what I mean? Because real wealth, and when people begin to actually make real money, you begin to see less and less jewelry on them.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
If I can tell your value by what you have on, then that becomes a problem.
That's a problem, but don't also forget I'm into the industry. You are just like,
Comes with the territory.
you understand? You are just like Uncle Elson and you're doing all this. I'm a rapper. Rap music has a culture. You understand? Hip hop itself is a culture.
Which is what?
Hip hop is let me get done. Hip hop is a culture and it's got so many elements of it. Hip hop is not music. Hip hop is dance. Hip hop is graffiti. And this house called hip hop has a lifestyle. True. And that's
But
what
the lifestyle
I
has
embrace.
got nothing to do with bling. I will give
It
you.
has.
I'll
Hip hop
give-
I'll give an
music.
example.
Hip hop music. Bling is part of style.
Yes,
And
and I
style
agree.
is kind of fashion. So if I wear my hat this way,
And
that's style.
And here's where I don't agree. Before I say why I don't agree, you're about to make a rebuttal. Go ahead, Kalenga.
Yeah, you were saying, what was the point again about people wearing their wealth? The richer you get, the less you. Yeah, but then when it comes to, there's people in hip hop. There's two types of people in hip hop.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there's the Jay-Z's, okay, who will not wear any jewelry, the richer they get.
Yeah.
And there's Rick Ross, who wear more jewelry, the richer he gets.
But that's my
Busta
point.
Rhymes.
Is Rick Ross is actually not getting richer, and that's why he needs to convince you by looking a certain way.
How do you know
I'll
he's
give
getting
you. Let me finish with my point. If you look at people, you've mentioned one person like Jay-Z begins to wear less and less jewelry. Look at people like Eminem. Right? Look at Will Smith. Didn't curse, didn't wear any jewelry, but managed to win Grammys, which most people that are in music.
It also depends where you come from. Yeah, it's
But
personal
once
choice.
again, is he in hip hop?
Who's that?
So Will Smith, like I was saying, and Eminem. So if we're to go by a rationale that it is a combination that you're supposed to wear jewelry, you're supposed to dress a certain way.
I'm not
makes him
supposed
feel
to.
good.
It makes
He
me
just-
feel good.
No,
It's what he's
apart
feeling.
from him feeling good, he mentioned that this is hip hop. And when you are in
That was
hip
the
hop,
addition, yes.
when you are in hip hop, there are additions as to this culture. And that's when he brought up the jewelry.
Yeah.
When he was speaking about what encompasses hip hop.
Yeah.
And that's why,
So what
that's
do you
why
have
I've
a
given
problem
hip
What
hop.
I'm forgetting is the guys who you mentioned are now older. You know what I mean?
You
When they were
have
young and-
you
Yeah,
have not
you
seen
know. He's still a young
Eminem.
guy.
You've not seen Eminem since he started.
That's his choice.
But is he in hip hop?
yes, he is.
So that's my
Yes.
point is you can be in hip hop and your choice is to not wear
He
jewelry.
has stated it makes him feel good. So why can't the man do what makes him feel good?
But anyway, we've been cutting you off too long.
Yeah, you guys go at each other so hard sometimes.
Go ahead, bro.
Yo. So what I was trying to say is that hip hop, look, it's like let me give you an example. It's like rock music. Rock guys have these mohawks, they goth.
Tattoos.
So that's the style of that genre of music. That's the style of hip hop music. And there's so many people that are not even influenced by hip hop but still wear chains and accessory. I just like mine original and authentic.
You know what my rebuttal to that is? When you gave the example of rock and goth is because when I'm an aspiring rock artist and I've been seeing Marilyn Manson wear that kind of hairstyle and makeup, and for me to identify or be identified as that, I'm going to begin to dress a certain way. It could have been the same thing too when it came to hip hop that when you look at Kool Herc, for example, when this hip hop thing started 50 years ago,
Of course.
if that DJ was
50
dressed,
years of hip hop.
right, if that
Make
DJ
some
had been
noise.
dressed a certain way, for me to be identified as a hip hop artist,
Yeah.
let me also dress a certain way.
Yeah.
Whether or not I agree with it, whether or not I identify with that, for me to be identified as a hip hop artist, I have to look the way that KRS-One looks, or Kool Herc, or what's the guy who was a Flavor Flav?
See, he should have been a rapper because even his selection of artists is like, yo, it's like, there's quality in who you're going to mention as an artist if you're trying to relate to something.
Right.
And your selection, I can't guess, is dope. Like KRS-One,
Yeah.
I personally feel like is one of the dopest rappers.
100%.
By far past Jay-Z even. So I'm just like amazed at how you you know, how you understand hip hop as well. It's dope.
I try to study it. I love hip hop, man.
See, I confused him with his question.
I saw that.
Let's go.
Nah, I saw that.
I think that just brings us back to the culture of hip hop. If majority of rappers just said, that's the culture of the genre, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I feel like every other rapper wears chains. Mine are just original, especially like in this country.
I'm gonna be
And do
looking.
you know? Can I tell you how I started? When I said, you know what, I'm going to buy, you know, some authentic things. You know what I mean? So there's this friend I had. He was Ghanaian and he left. His name was Ato. Yeah.
and you look alike.
Really?
Archie.
Okay. When we met, he was like, "My brother, you look West African." I'm like, "Nah, I'm South side. I'm from the Southern province." Yeah. But anyway, so there was this one time we were in the club with him. And we were talking, I think I went on a rant talking about Zambians playing amapiano too much and stuff like that. So I think he caught wind of my post on Facebook. So we were in the club having a drink and he was telling us, you guys need to be more, you know, patriotic about music, what. And I was wearing chains. And then he says, a lot of Zambian artists should really embrace and make their own music, and just DJs should also play, music. You guys, I think, should come together and just make this thing real and reality. It's like King here. You see, he's wearing copper chains. What? That's because my chains had faded.
Wow.
And he thought my chains were copper, and I'm being patriotic to Zambia and the copper.
Oh.
So for me, that in that moment, I was like, yeah. But in the back of my brain, I'm like, damn,
I need to buy original-ish.
these were gold. You know what I mean? So it was that realization. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I bet.
That's actually the
when I
theme.
travel next, that's the first thing I'm going to do. So I did my research about chains, what you're supposed to do. There's other chains that you can wear with your cologne on, what, this, that. Got a jeweler, and, yeah.
Wait, what chain can't you wear with your cologne?
There's certain types of gold. There's like so many ways to store chains and gold chains and whatnot. Yeah.
So what metals are you wearing?
It's gold.
Both of them?
It's gold, yeah. The other one looks like it's got diamonds, but it's like white gold. So it's not diamonds, it's just like white gold. So yeah, that was when I realized, you know what, let me just wear authentic stuff. Plus I love to wear chains, so let it just be, one purchase once and for all. I can take this back and get my money back, because it's also another way. Like I said, I told you to say others choose to buy cars. I just choose to buy. Because
jewelry.
I can take it back and get my money back. And a car has like a little
Depreciates
bit of,
in value.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
Especially BMW.
yeah,
Which everybody parks at the end of the day.
I know, right?
But don't you feel it's a little hypocritical when you say, why are we supporting amapiano? What was the post again? Were you saying we're supporting?
No. At that time, there was just too much amapiano going around, like playing. Yeah. So I was like, there was this one time, I think I went to the club like 2 times, on a Friday, on a Saturday, and the whole night, only one Zambian song played. And that song was mine. And I literally felt like they only played it because I was there. So there was that time. But now, we're good. We're making good music. We hear a lot of artists play in the club, so.
Wait, amapiano is like what, 2 or 3 years old?
Yeah,
No, sorry,
even
like-
5s.
About 5 or 6, but in this country, playing mainstream in the club about 2 years.
Yeah.
So you posted this about 2 years ago.
Yeah. It was a thing. So, yeah.
I also get tired, man. You go to a
Of
club
what?
and
Do you ever
they're
even
playing
go to the
Amapiano.
club? You don't go to the club, do you?
Me?
I haven't been
No.
to a club in a long time.
Why?
It's not my thing. I don't like crowds.
So what do you do?
You're gonna
Are
laugh.
you antisocial or what?
So kayaking, hiking.
More like in the evening.
I'm home. Movies, series, documentaries.
What series are you watching?
Right now, Dark Matter.
Okay.
It's incredible.
I'll go have a look at that.
It's phenomenal. So that and Supercell, it's on Apple TV. And Supercell,
I've been ignoring Supercell for the longest.
check it out.
It's dope.
It's pretty good.
The synopsis just
Yeah, so TV mainly. I enjoy my house. I enjoy
TV.
being home.
You must have a big ass TV.
No, not really. Nothing like you got going on in Choma.
Choma don't even have TVs.
Come on, make it sound like a village now.
It's a village. I'm a villager.
You know who else
village.
calls Choma home? Ndambo.
Dumbo.
Yeah, he lives
my
right
hometown.
next. My cousin and him come from the same street. Lucky, same
Cousins
street.
rich as well?
No, they just come from the same area. Well, he's rich, maybe. He'll be like, nigga.
Dude,
Yeah.
in Choma, if I was to be like a fly on a wall in your home, what would I see?
Chains.
Apart from chains.
Money.
Chains.
What would I see on an average day? How do you live here?
It's okay. It's just normal, basic. I also have pressures like everybody else does. I run out of gas. It's just normal, basic stuff, you know.
Hey, bro,
You need to gas me up, actually. I'm just
I
kidding.
like
I'm
this.
just kidding.
I think judging people by their socials is something that I need to stop doing because in my mind you are this millionaire guy who's wearing gold chain.
Because he is. It's not only in your mind. It's in his bank account as well.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
What bank do you bank with?
I don't even have a bank account.
You keep money in your mattress.
I don't even have money.
But you know what I hear about
Southerners.
Southern Namola is what? Off Choma.
Yes.
From Choma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother-in-law lived there for a few years and it's like, dude, the money these farmers make. And you see these guys going to the bank in slippers and torn
Yeah?
Yep.
clothes and
Shorts.
a Rambo plastic bag full of 100
Crop dealers. Not dope dealers, crop dealers.
Crop dealers.
The amount of money that I've
That's you as
seen
well.
from Mazabuka, bruh.
These people move back.
Yo, Nkosi Yami. And you people think you go to Chicago's and you pop 2-3 bottles and you think you... Psst. No, go to Choma. Go to these niggas' houses. This is where the real money is.
I've
Really?
got a very good feeling if we visit this guy with very
I think ACC...
You'll be literally shocked.
I think ACC needs to set up their offices in the
shocked.
Southern Province.
Really? Look at you trying to set me up.
I mean, you got Louis Vuitton sneakers. Is that Louis
They
Vuitton?
fake.
Is
They
that Louis,
fake.
is that Louis
The
V?
LV is fake. They fake.
can't be.
They fake.
How many times has this guy stated on this one episode?
That what he wears is real
Exactly.
and original.
So why would the Louis V's be fake?
No. They're fake.
You know, Louis Vuitton was a street kid.
Huh?
He was a
Louis
what?
Vuitton was an orphan street kid.
Or was he?
Really?
I feel like these people make up these stories so that their success
glamorous, eh?
No, but
then
also,
becomes...
through, like, there's also, like, a lot of stories of people coming from rags to riches.
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
But those stories are not as... It's not that many. That's why they are so known.
And out, yeah.
That's why they stand out. Because to be honest, for you to actually be from rags to riches, the amount of work that you need to put in is immense. A lot of these people that are
But
actually...
there's so many people, especially, like, people from the southern province that have, like, literally from the floor to up
Like you?
stories. Yeah.
He says, yeah.
Do I look like I had it easy?
I don't...
Story, bro. I think take us through what your childhood was like. What were you
Yeah.
born? What was
I
that?
was born and bred in Choma, Riverside.
Is there a river?
Yeah, like down at my mom's house used to be like a stream, like a big stream. Just like in her backyard, literally. So,
Right.
Yeah, Riverside. So, yeah, I was an outdoor kid. I've always been an outdoor kid. I'm an extrovert. So I played a lot of golf.
Golf.
Yeah.
Silver spoon.
I'm a 16 handicap. I dropped, but yeah, I played a lot of golf, basketball.
Growing up.
Yeah, growing
Siblings?
up. Huh?
You got any siblings?
Yeah, a lot.
how many?
But we 8 altogether. But
very common
my
number. There's a stereotyping that you guys love large families.
yeah, because of obviously farms and a lot of work to do. Yeah,
Labor.
yeah. But my eldest brother is late, and my sister is here in Osaka. My other elder brother is here in Osaka. My other elder brother is in the States. Why am I talking about my family?
Because we're getting to know you. So where in this
Yeah.
lineage
So
do
I
you
was
fall? Are you
like-
the last? Are you?
I'm the last born, yeah.
You're the last.
Do I give last born vibes?
No, you do not.
Really? You're
No,
the first to ever say that.
Are you serious? And is your dad still around?
No, my dad's late.
But your mom is. Wait, so if you're 30 and you are the last, how old is the first? The one that passed? How old would he have been?
the age difference between me and the firstborn was like 22 years.
So how old is your mom, bro?
My mom.
So you would have been 50. You would have been 52.
Oh yeah.
You're the first.
About there. Because the age difference between me and my elder sister, who's 2 years younger than him, is like 20 years.
With your sister, so she's 50.
She wouldn't like you to say that.
That's allowed, Elson.
Yeah, so something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah.
You must have grown up super soft because
How?
You were playing golf. That's how.
My dad used to play a lot of golf. I feel like my older siblings grew up hella soft.
So did you?
Yeah, so did you. Dude, do you know how many people from Choma sound Tonga? I don't know if they speak English.
I do sound Tonga. You can hear it in the back.
Not even a hint of it.
Really?
No. Which primary school did you go to?
I went to Niza Trust in Choma.
Is it like a private school?
Yeah, it was a private school.
White kids there?
Indian, they used to be like Indian. No, that's because there's a
The
lot
custodians of money.
No, that's because there were a lot of like Indians. There are a lot of Indians in Choma as well.
And the one school that they all chose to send their kids to is where you then went to. Coincidence? I think not.
Yeah, coincidence. There's
Soft
so
life.
many like there's old schools like Swan, Adastra. All these also those are old schools. Back in the day, my siblings went to school with like every other race because those were like the only schools, and there were a lot of farmers who were not black as well who took their kids to those same schools. So I can bet you that almost everybody in Choma who's like maybe above 40 went to school with like any other race.
I don't think so.
You can only be soft life, bro.
You're really trying to catch me at this soft life
dude,
thing.
you do business in Southern Province.
I do.
You've seen or you've heard how most of the people.
But I went to like just like a year.
Stop trying to downplay your parents' wealth.
No,
bro.
like I went to like I'm not even trying to do that. Like it's just like a decent home and every stuff like that.
What did
I went
your
to
dad
like
do?
Choma Secondary. That's like a mission school. So there was not really fancy about that.
What did your father do?
My father did a lot, yeah.
Like Kalenga here.
That was a cop. Right? He didn't do a lot.
Really?
He did one thing.
Didn't you say your dad was a boss in the mines?
Yeah.
So he was a cop and a
Soft.
boss in the mines.
Soft. You
see how this
you're the
nigga lies.
soft one. And it shows. You're the soft one here.
My dad was a cop.
And he owned bars as well.
Side hustle.
Soft.
This nigga
Both of
says
y'all
things.
are soft. You give soft, you know.
No, I had a very hard upbringing.
Please. Stop
would
saying
wait-
that. You're mocking people that literally had a very...
I would wake up at 3 a.m. and I had to fetch water. I had to walk like 5 kilometers to fetch. Why are you shaking your head, Gob?
These hives don't feel like they use a toilet outside.
With an outside toilet.
These hives don't feel like they fetch water, you know?
Yeah, it was never easy.
No, but it's a compliment, bro. Like, you speak well. And I don't
Thank you
mean
so
to insult
much. Appreciate
people.
it.
Why is that a compliment? I have a problem with that.
It's a compliment because I've got friends from Southern Province, and they don't sound anything close to.
And you
He
see,
does.
it's how you say people from Southern Province, and you know how you possibly like assume they sound or they should look is the reason why I always took it up a notch to always look fly, because when you listen to my music, that's a Tonga, that's an Aisha. But when you watch my music videos, it's a different story. So when I came up in the game, a lot of Tongas started breaking out of the shell.
With pride.
Yes. And I will not say Tongas, a lot of Southerners. Because when I say Tongas, it's like, I mean Southerners, like yes. And no, even Bemba people, but that.
That live in Southern.
Exactly my point.
Oh, right, I get
So there was like some sort, I don't know, these are not facts, but I'm just saying this is what I thought.
It's your opinion.
Yeah, there was a lot of inferiority complex, you know, when you're coming from the Southern Province at some point, you know. So This is why I said I'm going to look fly all the time, and I'm going to call myself King of the South, and I'm going to represent the South everywhere I go, you know. So that was like that.
Back to your family. So did your mom work or was it just your dad?
My mom worked as well. She had businesses and so, yeah, she worked as well, yeah.
Okay.
She worked for SPCMU. She still does a lot of charity work.
Right.
Yeah.
That's basically just giving away stuff and taking care of the
And taking
less
care of
privileged.
people. Yeah. She does a lot of that.
Okay.
At some point, she was also like SDA Dorcas leader. She's big on church, family values.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what, do you live with her?
No.
But she's in Choma.
Yes.
Just a different area. You sure you don't live with your mom?
Maybe I do. I don't know. No, I don't. 30-year-old man living with his mom.
Bruh, this rap ish ain't easy, man. you need to pay for this
Who do
studio
you
time
know?
somehow.
No, when you say this rap ish ain't easy, so who have you seen?
I'm not saying
it's really
names.
not
I'm a
easy.
reformed person, King Illest.
It's okay, you can name drop.
I need more friends than enemies.
Nah, sometimes you need enemies.
I picked up something from watching.
Hello, Ken.
Hi, Ken. Ken Johnson. Straight from the gym. Well, that's our podcast lawyer, by the way.
Lawyer.
If you feel-
Lawyer,
that's our
yeah.
lawyer.
That's
Like,
our
if you
lawyer.
feel just gonna
You're gonna have to go through
You
him.
have to go through him.
If I
Okay.
feel I have
What-
to do what? What's good, big home?
You know what's crazy is he looks shocked that this guy, he doesn't look like a lawyer, does he?
No, I just didn't think podcasts have lawyers.
Oh no.
Have you heard me talk?
Ah,
Have you heard the type of ish I say?
okay.
You think that doesn't come with lawsuits?
It does?
Yeah, but they go nowhere because of him.
Ah, okay.
He writes letters and he's talking.
And threatens people legally.
That's why he's in a vest.
Oh, literally. Threatens people.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
King.
dope. Nice to meet you, big home.
We are in a very one's under one nation kind of phase.
Of
where we're
course.
pushing
P?
our nationality, our oneness as a
Oh,
country.
not pushing P then.
We're pushing P, but we are pushing P in a way. I don't want to ask questions that sort of are very stereotypical toward.
Then don't.
No, but I'm trying to find a way of asking. Okay, let me just ask this.
Just ask, man.
I know with the people from Western Province, I think most of them are new apostolic.
Lozzies.
Exactly. I think most of them are new apostolic. It is. Loz is mostly new apostolic, right?
Religion, you mean?
No.
And
Loz is
Tonga's
mostly
are
new
SDA.
apostolic. Tonga's SDA.
Yeah, I've always
For Loz is
I've
like
noticed that.
one of the first churches that was set up there, so maybe that's why most of them are that way, right? For Tonga's, what's the logic? A lot of them are SDA.
I don't know.
Even the
Because
president.
it's SDA. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have an answer to that because I've noticed that as well. Like even in the Copper Belt, when you go to church, SDA, they have like Tonga songs. They sing Tonga
And
songs.
sometimes you have a whole sermon in Tonga on the Copper Belt
You have like what do they call it? Interpreter, whatever.
in Tonga.
Yeah,
It's like new apostolic churches as well.
that's New
You find the
Apostolic.
whole sermon in Lozi.
Oh, really?
I've attended one in Kitwe.
And could you understand it?
Nothing.
What church do you go to?
Dutch Reformed Church.
In-
I'm a Pentecostal guy, Mount Zion.
Let me tell you about my experience.
Doesn't every media person go to Mount Zion?
I think so.
Brother.
That way. I see all
You
Reverend-
guys feel less judged when you go to that church, or what? Do you feel like you get understood, or
Mount
what?
Zion, I think, has a reverend who is
I haven't been, but I've heard like everybody.
a
Yeah.
media person there. I think
So do you guys meet and just like?
It's like
Chop
they've got
it
a
up.
WhatsApp group, hey.
it's very coincident. I was taken there by my sister. I was living in Akonde, and then I'd visit the South almost like every month and looking for business and stuff. And whenever I would come to Sunday, my sister would take me to church. And it just so happened that it was Mount Zion. While I'm there, I look back, it's Pompey, it's Esther, it's Mag, it's who, there's what. I'm like,
Really?
I wonder what's up with this church and media people. And
That's dope.
I want to media people maybe are particular about music and sound. I know Pompey is, Mag is as well, and that church just delivers that. And Bruce as well doesn't make you feel judged.
Doesn't Bruce like he's a friend?
Reverend Bruce.
Oh, Bruce is the Reverend.
Sorry,
Imagine, bruh.
But I'm watching him on TV just anyway. I think he makes you feel comfortable, regardless of whatever sins you're coming to church with, regardless of whatever profession you're coming from. he just makes you feel.
Don't all
Reverend
Pentecostal
Bruce does that.
churches like give that vibe?
No, they do, but Reverend Bruce, I think, is a little extra on that. He makes
Okay.
you really feel comfortable.
Let me wear my glasses for this. So Reverend Bruce calls me. They asked me to come to church. And I go to church. And
He owes you like money.
no, he doesn't owe me money.
He said calls you.
Yeah, he calls me.
Oh, I heard he owes me.
No, he doesn't owe me money. So he calls me. So I attend church. And I mentioned this on the podcast, but for your benefit, I'll say it again.
Okay.
So, bro, I'm in church. And I had imposter syndrome. I felt like I didn't belong. As they're singing or as they're praying, I look around me. People are crying. People are rolling on the floor.
Speaking in tongues.
People are speaking in tongues. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm the only one who is not doing that. Is my spirit weak? Do you get what I mean? Is this a performance? Are people doing this because everybody around them is doing it? It was so loud. It was so extra. I'm not saying it's fake, but I'm saying in the church that I grew up, born and raised, because my grandmother went to Dutch Reformed Church, I inherited that. So I've been going to that church. So this old traditional church, right? Very systematic in how they do stuff.
Traditional church.
Right. And so this is my first introduction to a Pentecostal church. And, it was a lot. It was different. So man, it's, and I saw Mikey too there, chilling in his glasses.
In church.
Yeah.
Cool guy. Really cool guy.
And I'm like, he doesn't break character, huh? So, I don't know. So look, I'm not knocking it. There's business that I'm trying to do with the church. But yeah, that was my experience. And I called him and I told him. And I'm like, I feel like my demons are too stubborn. Because when everybody was falling on the floor, I was...
Oh my goodness.
Traditional church.
It was me and the cameraman. We are the only ones who didn't fall. The cameraman was like, no, we gotta capture this.
Yeah,
We're not falling for nothing.
Yeah, they never fall. They never fall. They never fall off.
Oh man, but yeah. What church do you go to? SDA?
Nah, it's a Pentecostal church, but I'm SDA. Like my mom, my whole family went to SDA.
I'd really love to know who or how or why Saturday was deemed the seventh day.
Or wasn't it the Romans or something that made the days of the week?
Because if you look at when the calendar was formed and who formed the calendar, because obviously we say God rested on the seventh day, right? So choosing Saturday to be the seventh day, because the Romans are the ones that named the calendar, right? It's basically what I'm trying to get my psyche around.
First of all, what day is Sabbath? The one God rested on, right?
Yeah.
And the
I think
scripture says
Sabbath
in
is just any day you keep holy.
Yeah, but
No, keep going, Kalenga, with your analogy, with your...
if we go back to the book of Genesis,
In the beginning was the word.
exactly, and he makes he makes everything in the first 6 days, right? And on the seventh day he rests. And I listened to a lot of Jewish stuff there, so follow me on this one. He rests on the seventh day, so that day is now considered holy. And even in the commandments, it says, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy, right? So even when the Romans come and they make the calendars that we use today, weren't they just falling in line with whatever
Was.
and the cultures they would find and pick up? Remember when they started heading east,
But now,
these cultures and just sort of mixing cultures and
right, but now we are
7-day week.
Now we are assuming that when the Romans made these days, they were in sync with God because they then chose to say the first day of the week was Sunday. They chose to do that or to say that, which then would make Saturday the seventh day.
Yeah, but then look at it this way. The Romans are coming in. Their culture is also not that rich. They're picking up cultures as they go. Because remember, Catholicism as well is believing in who Jesus as a central figure,
Right.
They didn't have that before Jesus. Right? And then they take that back now to Rome. So they're picking up cultures. Even the days I'm sure they picked up when they came.
I don't think so.
I think it kind of makes sense, though.
No, I hear you. But once again, from months, because the months were named after the Roman gods.
Yes.
Right? From December, November, those are actually names of the Roman gods. They didn't pick that up from anywhere. They were paying homage to their own, right? So it's the same thing as well with the actual days. If you see Monday, Tuesday, those were translated to English, but the original words were not in English because those were named.
We're arguing about something that's taken millennia to develop.
I totally agree with
you.
you.
We really know the origins of that one thing.
Which is exactly why I'm saying it is always, we're about to lose him. I swear to you, in 30 seconds I'll be done. It is always good to question who then decided Sunday was the first day, which then makes Saturday the seventh day. But anyway, we need a pastor for this.
And
Call Reverend who?
Reverend Bruce. I'll be on the phone tomorrow.
Yeah.
I wasn't quite satisfied with how you answered when I asked about being.
Oh, you want him to satisfy you?
With an answer. That's it. Being a fly.
You know, we were warned about these innuendos.
About being a fly on the wall in your home. Quite skimmed over it. All you said was, I have problems like other people. But I'm trying to understand that. What does King Illest do on a normal day?
Can I tell you his problems? Choosing what car to drive, what chain to wear.
What sort of support you need to talk to him?
Yeah. Well, I wake up, pray, spread my bed, take a shower, go visit my mom, see what
In
she
the
has.
next room?
Huh? Yeah, in the next room. The next room. I live in the cottage, so I just slide through. Yeah, so basically that. But my life is all about music. I make a lot of music, and I think like we stick to that because I'm here because I'm an artist. I mean, I make music. So when I wake up, it's just a routine. I go to the studio, I'm back, write concepts of music videos, write songs, and also like drop off proposals to brands, you know, and yeah, basically that.
Isn't it a little tough though?
It
you
is.
being in Choma and having to.
I'm used to it now. I might just move to Lusaka this year because I think I always have to be in Lusaka because I literally came from Choma for this.
Are you serious?
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. No, thank you for
This is why when you said, can we have you tomorrow? I was like, okay, tomorrow I have something. Thursday's fine.
Wow. No, thanks a lot, brother. We appreciate
Anytime, anything for y'all. Dope.
I didn't think this guy knew who I was, and I recorded this.
Where?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
So we get invited to this dinner at the Quorum that was being hosted by
the Johnny Walker one.
the Johnny Walker. So you were on the mic and you were going around the table.
Yeah.
And you were shouting out everybody that you saw.
Yeah.
And then you saw me and you shouted me out. I'm like,
Made it in life.
Yeah.
I recorded
what makes
that.
you think I didn't know you?
I'm a nobody. I promise you, I recorded that, and every girl that I saw that I wanted to impress, I'll be like, check this out.
Really?
I'm not a nobody, baby.
I know
I got his number right now. I can call him and he'll pick up.
Now that's dope, man.
I wish there was a girl.
Were you there?
Nah, he wasn't. This guy is his wife's pet. He doesn't go anywhere that his wife doesn't approve of. No. Have you ever
Do you
seen
get
him?
along with his wife?
Bruh, let me tell you.
Do you get along with his wife?
We were together this morning.
Oh, okay, cool.
Have you ever seen him?
Have
Have you ever seen him at any events that you and I have been to, like the PR girls, etc.? Have you ever seen him?
I think last we saw was the Johnny Walker at Bojangles. That was the last time I think I saw.
Jingles? No, because that was
They were announcing us.
no, that was ours. That was our event.
Oh, okay. How did that go?
You can take this, Kalenga. I will wear my glasses.
Throw me under the bus now. We expected a lot, and they've done nothing for us. They've given us nothing.
They'll come back around. Johnny Walker is a big
We
brand.
hope so.
They will.
We hope so.
You are a friend to the brand, so.
Well,
Africa's top
Okay,
30
did you have
most
like some sort of
influential.
expectations, or did they give you expectations?
They gave us.
They gave us a list of expectations. We're going to travel. We're going to send this to you.
No, don't say the expectations. Just say they gave us expectations.
They did give us expectations.
Okay.
They took measurements of certain things, which
Now, when you say certain things, just say our measurements. When you say certain things, what things now?
Yeah.
dude, when it comes comes to your music, I don't know if it's just me, but we rarely see you collaborate with Zambia.
Because nobody's as good as he is.
No, I actually do collaborate. Like lately, it's just been collabos. I collaborate a lot with Chef. I've got 2 records with Maki 2. Recently did one with Mike Burner. Yeah, I do that a lot.
I need to listen to music a little bit.
Yeah. Come to the south
Recent
side.
one has a chick in it.
Bombshell.
No, it's a bombshell.
Yeah, it's me, Chad the Don from SA, and Bombshell.
Shut the door. I was confused. Yeah. Wait, where did I see that? That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So do you have an album? Is it an EP? Are they singles?
I'm thinking of dropping another album. I already dropped one. My debut album was Mulilota Zimi. And I don't know. I've been trying to... I'm saying this for the first time. I barely have love songs. I only have like 2 love songs. So I'm trying to do a love EP, you know.
Have you been in love?
So many times.
So many times.
Yeah, I mean, is there a living person that has never been in love? At least you can love somebody even if they don't love you.
No,
You've
loving
been in
somebody and
love.
being in love are 2 different things.
Okay.
Boss.
You want to break it down?
No.
What's
Being in love and what loving someone is 2 different things. So you can't be in love with someone and they don't love you back.
No.
you can love someone who doesn't love you, like a child?
Exactly my point. Everybody has loved before.
So
What, is it deliberate that you don't love someone? What's the rationale there?
I think I feed more on energy when I'm in the studio. So, and like I told you, I don't usually put my, you know, my personal life out there, and that's how I write my music. I write my music off my own stories. Like I tell my own stories. So I've just not been comfortable enough to like tell a love story like that. You know, the 2 songs that I have that are love songs, I tried to put myself in someone's position, but I felt like they just didn't slap as much as they supposed to, you know. It wasn't like from the heart. I was just like trying to put myself into a character more and, you know, trying to put myself in a situation.
is the reason why you have not, because based off what you're saying, where you basically write from your own experiences, and the reason why you really have not been able to do love songs is because the love that you've felt has not...
It's just that vulnerable side. I've just not been ready to like open that side of myself musically.
You think it makes you look weak?
No. I'm just not ready to put it out just yet.
I mean, even
Not that it
Tupac had a
makes
love
me
song.
feel weak. Huh?
I mean, even Tupac had a love song.
Of course.
So your album didn't have any,
Love song?
like something for the ladies on the album?
No, it was all vibes. And it was called Mulilota Zimi. So it was just like fire. Yeah, just like all the way. Yeah.
I don't know why I always thought, well, not every rapper does that, but I've heard a couple of times where rappers say, okay, yes, I've put up against the album, but have something at least for the ladies.
For the
Right.
ladies, yeah.
You don't do it that way?
I think that will happen in my next album. And my album, it was just more of like, it was a debut album. I had this conversation with Chef before I started making my album, and I was asking him, I don't know, I was so nervous to make an album. I don't know. I just didn't know what sound to pick. And he told me you only have one time to make a debut album, and always make it about yourself. Make the music you love. Then as you go on, you start to make music for people and just like, you know. So my debut album was basically just like me having fun and making music with my friends and just us having a good time, you know.
You know what my issue is, bruh? And I'll listen to more of your music. Happy to take your phone number and give you feedback from here. The issue that I've had off late, especially with Zambian music, is there's artists whose personalities have become bigger than their music. Had it not been for social media, you would not know who this person is, regardless of being an artist and putting out music. I cannot tell you 5 Cleo songs, for example.
I can.
Right, because you know the person.
No,
And
because I think she's dope. I've heard like she's got EXO.
No, hold on, stop. Oh, hold on. Can you tell me 5 Cleo songs?
Like so.
Sensational.
Song.
Yes.
So hold on, bro. Because I know I know you can. I want
Yeah.
him to do it.
Okay.
EXO. I can't remember the title of that Twalarisha song. Was it that person?
Twala.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big
Yeah.
Dreams.
Big Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the one that launched today?
Bro, Sis got bangers. Cleo's got bangers. Come.
Yeah, but once
I don't remember the title.
I don't know.
Nah, she has bangers and she makes good music.
And I'm not taking a dig, right? I could have picked anybody really, where their personality has become bigger than
You
their
feel
music.
her personality is bigger than her music?
Because of late, what you get to know or hear is endorsements or social media posts more than music.
Have you ever been to like a Cleo event? Because I have performed with her before. You will be surprised how many bangers she has, and everybody is singing along.
Really?
Yeah, she has her fan
I don't know.
base.
I could be the only one, and if I am, of course, this would be my opinion, right? If I'm the only person who has not heard of more than 5 Cleo hits,
Okay.
I need to start going on more often, man.
Yeah,
Is it
she's
me?
got hits.
No, I need to start going on more often.
right?
You know, I don't. This nigga was joking about keeping my wife's pet. No. Let me tell you what it is. I overdid it at some point in my life.
Really?
I was a DJ, bro.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd be out from Wednesday to Sunday for about 10 years.
What?
And you know when you're in that scene for too long, you just, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Listen to DJ mixes.
Yeah.
I can even imagine, okay, if it's 2 a.m. in the club, the mood is now like this.
Yeah,
So what do you do now?
I want to watch documentaries up to like 21 and sleep.
Do you sleep now?
I'm still having issues with sleep.
You know this guy can't sleep.
Are you serious?
I was up at 2 last night.
So what do you do?
That's why
Maybe,
it's
do you do anything that tires you? Do you go to the gym?
I'm
get tired?
about to tell you. Wait, hold on. I'm about to tell you. Ask him how many kids he has.
How many kids do you have?
What does that got to do with anything?
It tells you what he does when he can't sleep.
You're a fool, I swear. I'm a fool, kid.
Like, baby, wake up.
How many kids do you have?
I go, what? That I know of.
Oh, he doesn't even keep.
You see, and he
What
said,
do you mean I don't keep my child?
You don't stay with your child, man.
My child stays out of the country. That's number one.
With his mom, because the mom is out of
No,
the country.
and my parents, they're in the same country. And holidays, he flies over. I spend holidays with him.
So you live alone?
I live alone.
Okay. So what happens in?
Oh, you don't want to know.
I want to be a fly in your house.
Jesus.
Wow.
I will tell you.
Parties. What?
No. Game nights on weekends.
Gay nights on.
Game nights.
Well, game nights.
Touche. You've been to my house on weekends. You tell me.
So game nights. Who do you play these games with? Friends.
Good one.
Industry people.
Industry people.
Yeah. So
Artists. Stuff like
some.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're cool with some artists like that.
I'm very selective about the people that come to my house.
Why is that? Oh yeah, because it's your personal
it's my
space.
sanctuary, right? So
Yeah,
you just don't want like
Do you have
different
any house
energies.
rules?
Who don't you want in your house? I don't mention names.
No, I'll tell you. I've had people say, "Hey, can I come to your house to a game night?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, you come
So
to." But
game
no.
nights are that popular? They're that good, huh? When was the last time you had a game night?
About a month ago.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah,
I had
I-
a chick that told me she went to a game night. I'm like, Uncle Elson's house.
Lusaka,
Great too.
Yeah, of course.
Big Derriere.
Nah, she's not the one.
No, if she doesn't,
It was
then
not a month ago. It was just like
Worry not.
3 nights ago.
you say what? Or 3 nights ago.
Yeah,
Where does she live?
somewhere.
Are you single?
I'm talking to someone.
One person.
Yeah.
So you don't believe in like exploring your options.
Yeah, I don't. Like, if I have to, it depends what stage it is. When I'm getting to know people, yes, of course. But like, when I choose, like, okay, cool, there is some sort of direction and substance in this woman, I stop talking to everybody else. It's just,
Dude, as a rapper,
So wait, hold on.
yeah.
So with this person, do you feel that substance is there?
she was wearing my chains, so
That's what's about.
And how long have you been speaking?
Not too long, yeah?
So that's the same one who went to games night.
No, another one.
So wait, so why were you worried about this one going to a games night then?
No, because it's just somebody I was speaking to and they were talking about going to a game night. So I'm just like, oh, okay.
So you're speaking to multiple then?
No, I'm not. I didn't say that somebody I was talking to headed to a relationship. So
okay.
somebody I was talking to that said they went to a game night.
And you're still celibate?
Yeah.
You thought about that. You paused for a second there.
Yeah, I'm celibate. Like with them, no, we haven't had anything.
And should they be celibate as well?
That's their own personal thing.
No,
That's
but do you
mine.
want them to be?
I would want them to be. It's the best thing to do when you're trying to get to know somebody. Why should they share themselves with somebody else? I mean, if I found out they're not being celibate,
Would you leave them?
of course.
Do you believe in
Why
soul?
do I what?
Do you believe in soul ties?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Interesting.
That's the reason why I'm what?
What's your body count?
My body count, one.
One what?
One woman.
That's 29. This guy is a role model citizen.
What's your body count?
Who?
You.
Me?
How many buses are we talking? 60-seater buses.
Nah, my
I
body
saw
count.
online, I think Charlemagne the God was talking about his body count is 3.
3 what?
3, like 3 women.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I even on the interview with.
How
Stephen
cool are you with
Bartlett-
with your wife? Can I ask you what your body count is?
He'll lie.
I'm talking about Charlemagne the God. I was watching his interview with Stephen Bartlett on the Diary of the CEO. He mentioned that as well. And he explained, saying, "I've been with my wife for so long. I think from high school days."
That's still cap.
That's BS. Because he cheated on his wife, and she cheated back.
Really?
And he spoke, and he spoke of.
And they got back again.
Yeah.
It's done for me. I don't.
Me
do that.
too.
I don't-
It's
I
a
can't-
wrap.
I can't exchange that energy. Like,
It's a wrap. I'm the same as
what
well.
do they say when it did what? She did what?
When it slipped out, she put it back in.
So I just can't.
Dude, it's not too busy for a little.
You got one. Are you for real though, or you're just BSing?
For real. I told you I abstain a lot.
Does your ish work, bro?
It does. I'm a Tonga bull. What do you expect?
It's a very outlandish.
And this is according to who? You being a Tonga bull is according to who?
No,
One other person?
Tonga bull is a Tonga bull. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you Tonga bulls are polygamous. So.
Yeah. So that means does that tell you something? It's not like our culture. It's because we have like big farms and we need helpers we can trust.
So give birth to helpers.
These guys look like
No,
these guys look like they're on a
we
date.
can
Hi.
try. We
Hey,
can.
were you guys on a date? Okay.
What you were saying?
My brother's calling me. Yeah, that's cool. I'll talk to him later. Yeah. Just one. You didn't tell me what your body count was.
No, it's high.
Higher than
How
10,
many
Yep.
buses?
20.
I'm not gonna give you a ballpark, but it's high.
Are you seeing someone?
Yes, I am. Why do you look shocked?
He doesn't know.
He knows. He's
okay.
he's just being dumb.
Okay.
Look, I went to a university. I don't want to make this about me because you're the guest. I went to a university in Pretoria.
Sure.
It was on a hill. You would have to drive 45 minutes to get into town. So the only entertainment that you had was either alcohol, video games that the university would provide, or sex. I didn't take alcohol. I wasn't into video games, so I only had one other vice. But that was university, obviously. I've done a lot of growing up since.
Yeah, obviously.
I had a child since. So your perspective on life, how you move, investments,
different.
is totally different. So if I could redo my life over, you know how, like with every man or every person, you need to go through your whole phase. So when you then do settle down,
Yeah.
nothing
Can move.
can move you. Nothing can make you curious. Nothing
I was with
entices you.
one of my mentors. He was just telling me about like money, and he was saying, money is just money. I have moved a lot of money, but money doesn't move me. Like he's transported money like to people. Like, can you send this? So money doesn't move me. So it was like realization to me. You say, okay, you can have so much money, but it should not be in a position to move you or to make you look down on others.
Absolutely.
Because I was asking him, how are you so grounded and how are you so humble, you know? And he just told me, I've moved money, but money doesn't move me. So I was like, cool. Sure.
And I feel you can only come to that realization once you have money.
Of course.
There's things that you can't relate to. You know how people say money can't move you, like you're saying? If you're broke, you can't relate to that.
Of course.
It's only when you get money that you then...
Yeah.
There's this book that I'm about to start reading that says the 8 forms of wealth that money can't buy. So only when you get to a certain level do you then realize there's actually more to life
Than
just this. And
You should watch the episode featuring Will Smith on the Full Send podcast. He
Okay.
explains it very well. The way
Okay.
it is, I mean, the guy is almost $1 billion wealthy. And they asked him the same question, like, what's that like?
Yeah, what's
You get
that
to
like?
level where you can afford anything.
Anything.
He says, dude, that's when you start realizing how powerful love is. You just want your family
Yeah.
and the people that you love around. You don't even give a damn about the money. You know what I mean?
So that's why he's slapping people about love. Because love is jada. The money.
Dude, I think it's something about ghostwriting, your opinion on that, because I've spoken to quite a number of Zambian rappers on the topic,
Okay.
and all of them seem to shun ghostwriting, shy away from it. But I mean,
now you're preempting the question. We're supposed to hear his...
we'll come to that. In America, it's so good.
No, it's not.
A lot of people ghostwrite for each other in America. I'd like to hear your opinion on that.
Ghostwriting. I've never really. I think as a hip hop artist, you need to have the ability to write your own music. You know what I mean? Especially like for me, it's very important because nobody can tell my story like I can. Nobody can write a story in Nyanja and I like write it back in Tonga because they don't understand my background and how I have, you know, just like my whole story, you understand? But I feel like it's something people can invest into. You know, other people have like good beat selection, but the music is just not good. So it reaches a level where if you are really about the music, you can get a ghostwriter. It's fine, but it's just not like, as rappers, it's just not like really acceptable to have like a ghostwriter. It's not. Like you should be able to dance on a beat, you should be able to freestyle, right? And you know, stuff like that. So, yeah. I think it's not a bad thing, but it's just something that is not like culturally, yeah.
Do you freestyle?
No, I don't. I used to back in the day, but not anymore.
This is why I don't
I
respect
also
Drake.
don't do ciphers anymore. Because it's like you, I don't know, like it's, ciphers are more like you're still trying to prove you can rap.
Of course, but aren't you really for...
Maybe a BET cipher, yes, we could do, you know. stuff like
but aren't you, but for as long as you are a hip hop artist, somebody's always going to be coming for your spot. So
course.
aren't you always going to have to prove yourself that
yeah, you always
I
have
still
to.
got this?
You always have to. All the time.
But ciphers are not. Because you have to kind of like
Yeah.
think on your feet.
Yeah, also maybe there just hasn't maybe been something exciting enough to feel like I should be part of this cipher. Maybe the Hennessy cipher, I can want to take part in that, you know, the BET cipher, stuff like that, you know,
Okay.
stuff that is challenging, you know, stuff that will up my, you know, my CV.
How long have you been rapping again?
Since I've been
You said
rapping a long
2017,
time.
right?
In the industry, yeah.
Yeah.
Since 2017.
My question is on ghostwriting.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Either one of you can answer this, but why is ghostwriting looked down upon? Like, if somebody can write you something that's good and can work for you, why not use it?
Yeah, but we already wrapped that up. We said culturally it's just not accepted. But it's not bad. Like songwriting, I know.
Hip hop has been written.
So
Of
my
course.
thinking.
It is accept, if everybody has been written for, then it's acceptable.
But it's just not considered
not everybody
dope.
has been.
Everybody has been written.
Jay-Z hasn't been.
But Jay-Z's
has
Jay.
written for Jay-Z.
No.
Who?
So wait, hold on.
Don't get it.
Wait, can I answer the question?
Jay-Z has never been written
Okay,
for.
fine,
Jay-Z
I was
has
wrong.
that song.
Fine, I was wrong. My thinking is this. one of the key ingredients for you to be a hip hop artist is for you to be an artist. You need to be able to create.
Yeah.
Right? So if you are singing something that somebody else has written for you, how creative are you in that?
So basically what we're saying is
it's like, I feel like it's like somebody, you're a painter and somebody shades. Do we call it
when you guys say
shading?
it's unacceptable, then it should mean nobody should ever be written for. Because even the best
It's just not considered dope. It's just not a dope
That's
thing
what
to
we
be.
should say.
Yeah.
Again, there's just something that it might not be the best rap, but the fact that you were creative enough to come up with that, you word it the way that it comes to you,
Is what's acceptable in the industry.
not only that, but that's also what makes you credible.
As a rapper.
I guess.
Again, I go back to Kendrick when he had this beef with Drake, where he said, "Am I battling you or 20 other niggas in AI?"
Yeah. Yo.
Right? So, one of the biggest mind Fs was, Still Dre by Dr. Dre.
It was written by Jay-Z.
Do you know who? Yeah, Jay-Z wrote that. I didn't realize
And
this.
it's from the other side of the West Side.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you had, but I don't, Jay-Z is nice, is dope, but I don't really respect him as an MC.
Excuse me?
Jay-Z is a good
Why?
rapper. Because he bites a lot of B.I.G.
But he said it.
himself.
Yes.
That's why I don't
I
respect
will tell
it.
you, I'm not a writer. He said, I'm not a writer. I'm a biter.
But he was just trying to make it sound like, okay, I just,
it's cool.
Yeah, like,
No, but
okay,
then
I
again,
know.
isn't that paying
Like,
homage?
Sometimes it's like, you're
But that's
gonna
paying homage,
But
though.
that's his opinion. That's why he doesn't have respect for Jay-Z.
Exactly
because of
my
that one
point.
thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying his opinion is wrong. I'm trying to expand on his opinion.
Okay.
So, but I'm saying, is that not paying homage? Because he even says, I know my own flow is foolish, but I'm rapping for my big brother. And this is why I bite his rhymes.
Nah. That's
Because
just another
if
way
you
to
look at-
justify that he just can't rap.
Thank you.
No, I don't. Wait, when you say he can't rap, this guy, apart from the Beatles, he had the most number ones.
Elson would
Yeah.
send Jay-Z to
I
the
saw,
grave.
when was it Jay-Z's year in hip hop? Like, he was
Ever since the Blueprint.
No, man. Like the 2000s, Nelly, 50 Cent, Jaru.
In terms
and all
of
this
what?
time.
In terms of what?
Just like it was Jay-Z's year. Like it's just Jay-Z.
Whenever he released it.
And you know what?
But hold on, King.
Let me just finish.
Go ahead.
There's different rappers, and different rappers have different types of impacts and influence.
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z is just that guy. You understand? He just put himself in position to be the head honcho. But when
do you
it
know
comes
why?
to like the music, when was it ever Jay-Z's year?
I'm about to tell you, Jay-Z has influenced the culture.
Exactly my
Jay-Z
point.
single-handedly killed autotune. He single-handedly killed the jerseys.
Exactly.
So ever since Reasonable Doubt,
Yeah.
every single album that he has released has picked at number one. So when you say when has it been Jay-Z's time, every time he released an album has been Jay-Z's time.
No, I understand his point.
Yeah.
There are years like
Please
2003
expand. Yes.
where 50 Cent held that year.
Yeah, exactly my
what-
point.
Jay-Z would
Yeah.
release and have a number one album.
Yes,
No.
but it was never his year like that.
Exactly.
So when you say 50, that was his debut album. What you also need to realize is when we are talking about,
Yeah,
I
you
hear
do,
what you're
right?
saying. I hear what you're saying. What I am saying is when you have had a run for so long, you also need to realize that Jay-Z started rap extremely late 20s.
No, he just blew up. Oh yeah, okay.
He
I see
said-
what
yeah,
you mean.
late 20s
He
when he
just
started
blew
rap.
up very late.
When you look at his body of work and the stuff that he has done and the people that he has influenced, so without Jay-Z, there's no Kanye. So to go back to your question,
Yeah.
every single album that he's released has picked at number one. Two, in terms of influencing the culture, there are plenty of people that
Of
were
course.
influenced.
Well, when it comes
Huh?
Without 50, there's no.
of course.
No, it's the other way around. Without Eminem, there's no 50.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Without
Yeah,
Yeah, because Eminem found 50.
yeah.
But that's my point is now when you begin to look at the people that he's influenced, right?
Yeah.
From Rihanna to Neo to Kanye to Kendrick
You're missing
to
his point.
no, but again,
Missing his point by a mile.
Yeah.
let me reiterate his point. His point is a buzz where people are talking about him. That's what you're saying, right?
Close to it.
Right? Apart from Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 has not had that buzz.
No, but then the following year there was somebody else.
But again,
You're saying you're in, like, his point is, okay, this guy's here. He's on billboards and what, movies, blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
Then you have an album, yes, and it'll come on number one.
what you
Yeah.
need to,
This
what
guy's here
you
for
need to
real.
Yeah.
see, what you're missing is the type of music. What you're talking about are club songs. Jay-Z doesn't make club songs. So when someone has got a year or a buzz, it's what's playing in the clubs, which is what Drake makes, which is what 50 makes.
But what's hot will play in the club.
You say what?
What's hot will play in the club.
No. What's hot, what plays in the clubs are bangers. You'll never hear Eminem, for example, being played that much in the club. You'd hear Drake. And those songs are what quickly fizzle out. And that's why I go back to Jay-Z and I go back to Blueprint and Reasonable Doubt. If you listen to Can I Live, it's stuff that if you listen to now, it still resonates
I just
with you.
don't feel Jay-Z is dope. I just feel like
The biggest difference,
culture, yeah.
the biggest difference that I will tell you.
Culture-wise sharp will give you.
But that's what we're talking about. We're
but
talking
like-
about culture and not the club. Because the conversation we're having here,
There are two different points here, also.
Yeah, two
the whole-
different.
Justify this point.
which is,
He's talking about years, like, we've already given an example of a year like 2003. Where 50
Well, okay.
was.
but I've just
okay.
told, I've just
What's
told.
like your top 5 2000 rappers?
I'll tell you in a second. I want to answer his question. The reason why, it's almost like if you talk about Amapiano, the reason why they're buzzing and the reason why Maporisa is buzzing is because his clubs ring off in the club. That's why he has that, right? And if we are to speak about, give me someone who's poetic in South Africa.
Stogity.
The reason why you would not hear that much, although he could influence, is because his stuff is not played in the club. So you're going to mistake having a buzz or being talked about because his song is heavy and rings off in the club. This is why I'm saying that songs like Jay-Z, Tupac, and the rest of them will not be played in the club because they're not designed for that. And that's why the buzz, like he's saying with 50, is not as big. The
Jay-Z-
people that would listen to Jay are people that would actually listen to the music that he's talking
His
about.
point is when we say it was this guy's here, that guy was everywhere.
But
Exactly
that's what
my
I am
point.
saying. When you say everywhere, it is the clubs.
Not only.
A big part of here's a
Not
very
only.
good here's a very good example.
I also will argue.
Right now,
just to argue.
currently, let me finish my
Jay-Z.
point. Right now, currently, Kendrick is ringing off because you go to a club, you hear they're not like us because of where it is being played. But when you listen to Swimming Pools, for example, Big Tune wasn't played in the clubs. To answer your question, in the 2000s, number one, hands down, was Jay. I would say Eminem. No, Eminem was the 90s for me. Nelly. 50. Who am I missing for hip hop in the 2000s?
DMX.
DMX. When was Cisco? 90s, right?
Cisco.
That's R&B now.
Cisco?
So wait, are we asking about top 5 hip hop R&B or just
Just top 5 hip hop. We're talking
Or
about
hip hop.
rappers now. Yeah.
Luda, maybe?
Yeah.
Ludacris.
Yeah. Most deaf.
Luda had a good year as well.
Yeah.
2004, 5.
Okay.
But for me, what I think that Jay is the best to ever do this is I am not looking at club bangers.
Yeah.
I am looking at the influence that he's had on the culture. Every artist that has
Of
performed,
course, the influence you can't even talk about.
every
that.
artist that has
It's crazy.
performed at the Super Bowl since Beyonce has been because of Jay-Z.
Because Jay-Z is part of the
Of the NFL now when it comes to
Yeah.
entertainment, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to Def Jam, for example, when he was president of Def Jam, how much he did, how many artists he gave back
But
their
with
masters.
culture, you can't
Even when
compare.
it comes to hip hop, what he's done cannot be replicated. There are people that sound similar. Nobody can sound similar to Jay-Z because you have to apply logic when you rap the
Listen.
way that he raps.
Yeah. You're a Jay-Z fan, and I give you that.
You can kill for Jay-Z.
You hear a line where he says, where he
what?
says,
we talk about this on the
wait,
episode. Move on.
you hear a line where he says,
You're not about
my heroin has got less steps than Britney. That means it ain't stepped on.
dig me.
For you to understand that line, you have to understand where heroin comes from.
Yeah.
Before it gets to America. You need to understand how many steps to sobriety there are. You need to understand the addiction.
I think just put the title on the episode.
I'm about to finish my point. You need to understand the steps to sobriety that it takes. You need to understand what happened with Britney Spears.
This is King Illest show.
I'll give you.
Jay-Z show.
Don't get me riled up when it comes to Jay-Z.
I have the paper plane hat. I've
saw
got
that.
3 of them.
I saw
I'll
that.
give you one.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah,
do.
whole thing.
I'm gonna bother you for this.
Yeah,
I actually
don't worry.
ordered some from Amazon, and it's taken a while.
Yeah.
One of the most expensive purchases that I've made.
Of course, it's not
'Cause
cheap.
you don't get it from anywhere except from select places.
Of course.
Even
And
in
the
South
one I
Africa, they're
have
not
was
there.
off the. I've got like off the On the Run tour. On
See?
the Run 2. Yeah. It's like about $100.
There isn't anybody who comes close to Hove. Nobody.
King, when coming to the show, is there a question that you expect we're gonna ask but we haven't?
No, I never. And this is why, even when you sent me, I just don't like. It's boring for me to expect what I'm gonna be asked. So I like it like this.
But you asked me.
I just felt like we really just gonna talk about stuff
Like generic stuff you speak about on the radio.
yeah,
Yeah.
stuff that we don't talk about on the radio. Yeah,
Dude, I'm serious about the paper plane hat.
yeah. Don't worry, I got you.
Cool. I'm gonna get your phone number. When can I expect this?
Well,
This weekend, next week?
when I get back to Choma.
Cool, man. In fact, you know what you can do? Okay, I'll tell you where you can drop it off because I've got an office in Choma.
Oh, okay, cool. No doubt.
King, it's nice having you.
See, now you're my favorite
Appreciate it.
rapper.
Really?
I'm telling you. Because of that,
Jay-Z.
you say what?
I'm closest thing to Jay-Z
Wait,
right now. You dig? Closest thing to Hova. Jay-Z.
So hip hop
Bob, do you have a question
wise,
as well? Ken, do you have a question? Go.
hip hop wise, who do you consider the
questions.
best hip hop artist ever?
Yo,
Tupac.
that would be from like the top of my head. It would be Pac.
Why is that?
Just influence, impact, and just like go anywhere around the world. Somebody can sing a Tupac song. Somebody can, I'm glad you didn't say lyricist, but just like rapper. I think it would be Tupac. You can go anywhere around the world. They don't even know Jay-Z. Jay-Z is not bigger than Mark II in Zambia.
Bruh. Look, dude. Let me ask you a question. I was about to mention somebody else, but
Nas,
then that'd be controversial.
Oh, Nas?
No.
Oh,
No. I'll tell you when the mics are off because I'm not about to.
and who's like the best for you?
We've been speaking about this.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, everything. Bro. Him.
And you?
Yeah. And you?
Rappers. I like Eminem.
So wait.
Funny how I don't know any Eminem song from A to Z, and
I do.
you do.
The
I'm not an
entire
Eminem
Marshall Mathers
fan.
LP.
I'm not an Eminem fan.
Every single song. So wait, I'm about to ask you something about Tupac. There's something about death that gets people to not only appreciate their music, but also pull on their heartstrings. Because if Tupac was still alive today and he was still releasing songs, do you think he'll be as relevant? Because when somebody dies, right, people will be like, oh, well, his music was...
Immortalized as well.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I doubt it. At some point, he would still. It's like if you ask me the same question, I'll say you like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is now just Mike Tyson. But if at all he died at the time he was at
Bam.
his peak.
Right. He would have been a god if I can liken him to that, right?
Sure.
So that's one thing that I sort of battle with,
We
especially
spoke
with,
about this with AKA, right? You said you only started listening.
There you go.
And an artist always makes more money and becomes bigger when they.
absolutely.
They can't beat a dead man's sales.
Same thing when it comes to Elvis. And like Elvis's sales to date, they're crazy. Michael Jackson too.
yeah.
So there's something about Tupac that you begin to appreciate his music because you know there isn't much more that you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So
I see what you mean.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I
would
do.
you still put him there with that in mind?
I still would. Dude, I feel like Tupac did so much for very little years that he lived, man.
10 and 27, 25.
Yeah, man, he did so much, yeah? He recorded so much music. He had influence. Dog, like, was that the vice president or the president was talking about Tupac on, like, national television? So Tupac's impact is, like, off the roof, man. You know? And I feel like Biggie is good as well, but, like, Tupac was doing
Those two
movies,
people were
he
different.
was-
I hate when people
The
compare
comparison?
Biggie to Tupac.
No, because you saying, like, they both died and they also had, like, a short...
No, but then
One and only had what?
one had one album. Biggie had one album when he died.
Okay, yeah.
Tupac
that
had
makes
close
sense.
to 5 albums.
That makes sense.
So in terms of so they were in 2 different points in their career,
Bodies of work,
which
yeah.
brings me back to Jay-Z. He's been very consistent ever since his first album. Nobody has had the type of
You
run
guys
that
should
he's
start
had.
like a hip hop segment. You saw rooted
We need
with
to.
hip hop. And I was telling KB and who else? I was telling KB, I'm like, I'm about to start a podcast. I'm not, it's just like me talking. I'm not going to start a podcast. But I was telling him, I was like, yo, we had this conversation, I think several times. I'm like, we need like a hip hop podcast. You know what I mean? I like this podcast because it just talks about everything. And
Anything.
everybody opens up
Right.
when they're on this podcast. But like, you know, like for the hip hop heads, we need like a hip hop podcast where even Zambian rappers will just come and talk about, the, petty beefs, how they came up with their albums, just like the whole thing about hip hop.
I absolutely agree.
Talk.
I've always
Let's go.
said musical talent is not sexually transmitted.
Okay.
Stick to the people that know this. There's so many people that are able to pick talent. Unless if you're doing it for numbers, because the person has got a large following, cool. Yes, I am.
I was saying,
Yeah. Let's
I
get
wouldn't
to
want to
it.
take away the opportunity from you to represent your province. So maybe you can end this show in Tonga.
Twalumba kapati. Twalumba my fans, my viewers. You put me on the spot, dog.
Just flow, bro. You're a rapper. You can freestyle this.
Yeah. No, I think you should just like bring more Southern Province artists here as well, There's a artist.
Tonga.
Yeah. No, it's fine. But let me express myself the best way I can right now. Yeah, so you should bring a little bit of more Southern Province artists here. I think they need the platform. They can tell you their side of the story. And I've been doing this thing called the Southern Experience. I think the time they were doing this this launch for this drink, I was supposed to have been there, but I had traveled because I was doing this Southern Experience where I'm bringing artists together and we're doing like each and every town to, just to show and open curtains for them and just to show that we can also have like a sound, because it's just been Copperbelt music, Lusaka music. So I've been trying to also nurture a few artists. So the next gig we're doing it here at the Piazza. The Southern Experience. I'm bringing everybody. We're bringing Mashombe Blue Jeans. We're bringing all the bands, everybody. So it's just going to be like a typical Southern Experience.
Dope.
Yeah. So, yeah.
When is that?
I'll tell you the dates. I'll be able to share. Right
That's
now,
cool.
we're just like in the organizing and stuff like that. But it's definitely in August.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing
That's
something
soon.
like that. Yeah.
Drove all the way from Choma, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's so hard.
The amount of speed traps that
I
you must
flew all
have.
the way.
Checkpoints, toll gates.
I flew all the way. There's
the
an
way.
airstrip there.
Right.
Came in with one of my farmer friends.
Nah, thanks a lot, brother. Private, what are you talking about? Don't disrespect him.
Yeah, man. Now it's always it's good. It's good to be here. I've watched one episode, but I know
That's-
you
that's
guys.
enough.
Yeah. I've watched one episode.
Which one was that?
Aqua one because I think I was name dropped, so people kept tagging me. So I was like, oh, dope. But that was last night. I think I watched the most recent one.
Toilet?
Yeah, I watched some of it. I was like, okay,
She's hot, isn't she?
Did you tell her that? Have you spoken to her?
Every 30 seconds.
Really? Okay. Have you tried your shot?
Not yet.
She told him she's dating.
Which doesn't mean ish to me.
She's not married, is it?
That's my point. Until he puts a ring on it, it's all fair game, bruh.
Shout out to
God,
Joella.
please cut out that kid's part.
No, you said it.
Nah,
you
cut it
wanted
out.
it to be on this thing.
Cut it out.
Is this what you do? You guys cut out stuff?
I get
So
emotional.
you should cut some of the stuff that I felt I said that's
Like
not
what?
cool.
What do you
I
want
don't
out?
know. I think I'll have to watch the episode before you drop it so you can cut.
It's all good.
Nah,
Exactly
everything
my
you said
point.
was all good.
I would have told you. To the next episode, remember to click on the subscribe button and also support the people that support. Just buy as much brothers as possible.
Tag us, tag them. One for. And you know what the hashtag is already?
Ready to drink.
So put that in there and put our podcast as the next hashtag. So if you keep doing that, Kaling and I will randomly pick people. And
We're getting our hoodies. In the next
Kaling
few
will
days.
drive in his Mercedes to your house and deliver these things.
Hoodies, caps, drinks.
Right? You'd go to people's houses?
Yeah, well, I think we should.
Actually, we should.
Yeah, we should.
We need to speak to Sashin so he gives us gas, and we'll take a day where we're delivering stuff to people. I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. I'm serious. All right, cool.
Dun 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 dun.